Oh boy, a 200% increase in sales in another avenue beyond Amazon KDP. Mark Dawson rolls out his service called Hello Books. Oh, Drafted Digital has some bad news for you about increasing print prices. And Book Award Pro just released 2 new features. One of them is how you can get more reviews. All that in today's self-publishing news of February 6th, 2023. Let's go ahead and jump right into things. Oh, right out the gate, I want to jump right over to ProWritingAid. Just released a really cool new feature, product update. This month, automatically fix the writing mistakes you make on repeat and collaborate on shared documents with ease. You can now create your own style guide. I think that my editors are jumping with joy right now that I can take the style guide that they typically give to me and I don't pay attention to very often, and can now go ahead and put that and implement it into ProWritingAid. So I'm not having to do repeat things over and over and charging my editors charging me to go ahead and fix this. So you could create your own style guides now with ProWritingAid. Folks, by the way, I am an affiliate for it. You can go take a look at ProWritingAid at dalelinks.com/ProWritingAid, and I believe they'll give you 20% off select plans. I highly recommend look into the lifetime license. Love it. They also, new this month, they're going to be doing quicker collaboration, organize shared team documents right in the sidebar, easily jump between your personal and team docs to edit, add comments, and collaborate. And coming up soon, check your tone before hitting send. I think I need this one. Soon, ProWritingAid will analyze the tone of your emails to help you make the right kind of impact. Want early access? Ooh, I might want early access. Let's move it on forward. Oh my goodness, the poster child of self-publishing, Mark Dawson. Yes, if you have not heard of Mark Dawson, let me go ahead and lift that rock up for you, and you're going to come on out from underneath that rock. Mark Dawson is one of the biggest names in self-publishing, one of the biggest experts, and he also has the Self-Publishing Formula podcast. Great podcast for you guys to take a look at. And last year or so, might have been the year before last, Hello Books had rolled out. You can rocket fuel book sales, all right, with a $30 promotion. Oh my gosh, $30 per promotion. They do a number of different niches and such. Step 1, you just sign up for them. Step 2, you fill in the submission form. And step 3, they send it out to the readers. If there is one person I trust the most in the self-publishing industry, that is Mark Dawson. Mark Dawson is just an amazing individual. I'm a big fanboy of his stuff. Go take a look at hellobooks.com. I am not an affiliate. In fact, I don't even know Mark Dawson personally. I just thought I'd share it with you guys. So there you go. hellobooks.com/authors. It'll take you right on over to the information. All right, so here comes a little bit of the bad news. I'm sorry. I love Drafted Digital to death, and they will only do a change if it's only absolutely necessary. And they said, due to recent increases in material and energy costs outside of the US, our print partner has informed us that they will be increasing our base printing costs for overseas markets. Effective March 1st, the cost of D2D print will increase for users with print titles available in the UK, Europe, and Australia. So essentially, let me give you the TLDR on this one right here. It's that essentially, if there's enough volume going through Drafted Digital, they're able to get a decreased cost for the goods. So that's my way of saying that if more of us are utilizing this and we're selling more books through Drafted Digital, then they can drive down that cost and get a better deal on those things. And they shared this inside the recent email, and the link will be, of course, inside the show notes, folks, so you don't miss out on that one. This is an email. I highly recommend subscribe to Drafted Digital if you haven't done so already over on their website, draft2digital.com. It's not all bad, and it's something that they really can't help at this point. But the more copies Drafted Digital continues to sell through D2D print, the more bargaining power we have to negotiate better rates on your behalf. So kudos to Drafted Digital. I totally understand. Their hands are tied on this one right here. Let's just kind of keep moving forward. And speaking of aggregate publishing platforms, PublishDrive. Oh, this is the heart. This is the meat of the self-publishing news today. Are you publishing wide? They asked. All right, in case you haven't heard, Amazon's phasing out its print textbook rental program along with its print and digital magazine and newspaper subscriptions. What are the impacts on indies as this relates to Kindle Unlimited program? Nothing right now. They go on to further kind of explain why publishing beyond Amazon KDP makes the most sense. But here is where it just blows me away. Now, this is completely anecdotal and I don't have any actual hard evidence. I'm just going to read what Kinga Gentetics, the co-founder and CEO of PublishDrive, says. I'm happy to share that PublishDrive indies made 200% more sales last year. They achieved this by going wide, distributing in more stores, including libraries and niche channels across international markets, distributing in more formats like ebook, audiobook, and print on demand to reach different audiences. Now, if you're not familiar with PublishDrive, they're an aggregate publishing platform, meaning that they work on your behalf as a middleman to send out your publications to numerous avenues. And they have dozens of avenues. They fulfill ebook, they fulfill paperback, and they fulfill audiobook distribution. It's pretty incredible, but there's a catch. There is a catch. If you go use PublishDrive for distribution, they don't take a revenue share. So places like Drafted Digital, Smashwords, and StreetLib all rely on what we call revenue share, meaning that they take a percentage of the net profits coming back to them. So for a place like Drafted Digital, it's 15%. For a place like StreetLib, I think it's somewhere between 10 to 20%. It might be 20%, but I can't recall right off the top of my head. PublishDrive takes 0%. There's the catch, though. There's a subscription fee every month for the publications that you publish through them, and it counts for each publication iteration. So this means that if you want to publish the ebook, the print book, and the audiobook, those are 3 publications, and each one of those things are going to cost. You want more information, go over, check out PublishDrive.com. You can get some more details. If you happen to be making enough sales per month and you have enough of a following, I think PublishDrive is a no-brainer. Go for it. Because you're going to collect pretty much more there than you would anywhere else. And something that Kinga brings up, 200% more sales last year. Pretty interesting. Now, that's just the PublishDrive account holders. I'd be curious to know, what are other authors doing that are going wide without the use of PublishDrive? Good question, right? Moving further forward, IngramSpark just announced you can upload for free using the code BOOKLOVE. All one word. You got to shout it too. It's all caps. BOOKLOVE. This is all free book setups for the month of February. And you can do this, I think it says, give me a second, I got to read the fine print, limited to 2 free title uploads per account. So you can have 2 free with BookLove. Good news is, you guys got a guy on the inside here. Yes, that's right. I have actually got a phone number. Actually, it's technically an email, but kind of like a phone number. I do have a code that you can use, and I'm going to recommend you save this as your, for a rainy day, if you will. But I do have a code of my own. It is Dale 2023. It's good the entire year, not just February. Dale 2023. And that is 2023 that you're going to do that on. So yes, save that for a rainy day because you can only use it once. Whereas with BookLove, you get 2 of them. And also, book already uploaded. Enjoy an additional 5% print discount on any order of 100 plus copies of any title. Enter the promo code BOOKLOVE when you place your order. So there you go if you're looking for print proofs. All right, one of my favorites go-tos for resources for self-publishing is Jane Friedman's The Hot Sheet. If you're not familiar with The Hot Sheet, it's fantastic. You think my self-publishing news is good? It is nothing compared to The Hot Sheet. Jane has got a pulse on the entire publishing industry from TradPub over to IndiePub and self-pub in between. Everything when it comes to books, she's going to be talking about it. This is a very interesting stat because I had somebody recently that punched down and said, no one's going for horror. No one's reading horror books. Well, you know who you are. You know who you are and what forum that you're over there trolling me on. So here's some actual data. Yes, romance sales are definitely up. It was the best-selling category of 2022. According to year-end figures from the NPD BookScan, print sales only in the US, by the way, here's how major categories performed in 2022 versus 2021, with romance in the lead. The story is much the same in the UK. Fiction, all right, ready for this? Romance is up 52.4%. Fantasy is up by 17.4%. Horror, occult, and psychological is up by 8.7%. stick it. That person that said to me, no one's reading horror books, I beg to differ. That is growth, and growth it can be. But if you happen to be in the niches of Westerns, it's down by 15.1%, religion's down by 21.2%, and science fiction's down by 21.6%. Speaking of science fiction, big shout out to my buddy, Bill Latoria, fantastic science fiction author. Go check out his stuff. Nonfiction, travel's up by 13.4%. Biography, autobiography, and memoir is down by 5.4%. Self-help is down by 11%. Reference is down by 14.1%. General nonfiction, 15.4% is down. History, law, and political science is down by 20%. I can say this, that last year wasn't the greatest for my nonfiction published books. I did see a considerable drop, but I also studied some of the competitors in my niches, and I discovered that it's the same across the board. So you're looking into romance, fantasy, or horror. Last year was a winning year for those three niches. The other ones, it's down a little bit. And if you're doing travel nonfiction, that also is something to consider. Hey, speaking of something to consider, Booksprout. If you're not familiar with Booksprout, they're essentially like a it's kind of like Story Origin is. It's author marketing, and you can do ARC readers through this one. I believe they might do newsletter swaps. All that to say this, they are looking for a UX researcher and PR manager, someone who's looking to share a little bit more with Booksprout. Unfortunately, I've never myself used Booksprout, but I know a number of authors that swear by Booksprout. Again, I will put a link, and I'll probably do a link shortener for that down inside the show notes as per usual. Let's go a little bit further forward here on over to an event that's coming up hosted by Reedsy. And if I have not expressed this enough, another fantastic resource for self-publishing is Reedsy. That's Reedsy. They got a fantastic YouTube channel and a wonderful website. And even recently, Ricardo Fayette from Reedsy just put out a book about Amazon ads. I'm currently reading. So far, so good. But all that to say this, Reedsy's fantastic. And let's see here. It will be on February the 8th. That's in another couple of days as I'm recording this. 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're going to be running a workshop on how to build a productive writing habit, a Reedsy live webinar with authors and writing productivity coaches Beck Evans and Chris Smith. It is 100% free, folks. I have found in the past going to Reedsy workshops, I've never been upsold on anything. They never spam my email inbox. There's nothing ever sleazy about it. They are fantastic at what they do. So if you're looking to become more productive in your writing habits, I'm probably going to see about signing up with that one. Then definitely take a look at that. All right, moving a little bit further forward. Here we go. This one is the big news. Actually, I rolled out earlier, this past weekend here. The founder of Book Award Pro, Hannah Jacobson, sat down with me. We did an in-depth talk about Book Award Pro. If you're not familiar with Book Award Pro, right now or previously, they were just known for matching authors and their books with awards that could be, comparable to them. Something that is, perfect matchmaking. So essentially, they're like a matchmaking service. Please don't be confused, though. You don't just go to Book Award Pro and you just are given awards, all right? I think I've seen a couple of YouTubers that have punched down on Book Award Pro before because they didn't understand that they're submitting to Book Award programs for you. They're not winning those book awards for you. Only a good book is going to win in a book award. So all that out of the way, I've won, let's see here, in the past few years of working with them, I know 27 book awards altogether. 27, if not 28 or 29. I've lost count at this point. More recently, I got a book award for my Kindle Vella series, Infestate. So that was a fantastic thing. Now, the new addition to the platform are two of the features, and I just shared this one before. It's called Story Marketing. So if you happen to be on a premium plan, you can actually share out any type of books that you have that you're submitting for reviews or that you're submitting for book awards, and you can do that easily. That's for all paid plans, so you actually have to be premium. If you're a free account holder, unfortunately, it won't give that to you. But it's super simple. What it does is it auto-generates the text for you. It puts a link to your book. It puts any relevant type of hashtags that go along with it. Yeah, it's really nice because it can be sent out to Twitter, Facebook. You could do email. I think Goodreads was another place. So story marketing was a fantastic feature, but that's for all premium ones. So those of you out there that are like, Dale, I got the free plan. Totally fine. They now have the ability to get book reviews. Now, to be clear, you're not paying for Amazon book reviews. It's where a lot of people kind of got like, oh, wait a second, Dale, you said book reviews can't be paid for on Amazon. That is correct. All right, they're not doing Amazon paid book reviews. These are book reviews, like editorial book reviews. They reach out to bloggers, they reach out to websites and different services that will provide you a book review. So how they have done book award matching, they're now doing it for book reviews. And this is available on all accounts, all right? Free to the premium one. Now, of course, if you want to have all the information unlocked, you got to go into a premium plan. But beyond that, though, like it's really, really simple. In fact, actually over on the podcast on the YouTube channel, if you happen to be listening to this, I'm actually going to share a screen share of the book review that they've pulled out here for my series Infestate, authors reading book reviews, express review. Awesome, fantastic. It would give me some more details. When I click on that, you don't have to submit to it. You can be picky and choosy about what you select. And if you're on the premium plan, they're going to give you all the information. Yes, it's gated behind a paywall, but they will still tell you on the free plan what reviews that can match up with your title. Hey, I want to, of course, give a real quick shout out here to anybody that's listening to this on the Apple Podcasts. It means the world to me. In fact, Kay Chiltz just dropped a review here for mine on February the 1st. Said, not only entertaining, but these podcasts are full of essential advice for anyone involved with or thinking of self-publishing. Dale regularly interviews people who have been there, done it, and have track records of success in the self-publishing game. He is very easy to listen to and has an excellent rapid-fire, entertaining delivery. Thank you so much, Kay Chiltz. I appreciate it. I think that might be Kev Chilton. And if that's the case, Kev, thank you so much. Kev's actually going to be in an upcoming video here with Miblart on the main channel. All right, now as we start to wrap things up, folks, make sure that you do go over, take a look at my video on demand service. It's only $9.99 per month. You're going to get access to over 100 videos with hours of footage on various topics, from no content books to beginner self-publishing to even secrets of the perma-free book. I have more of these videos rolling out as time goes on. You can take a look at that at theselfpublishinghub.com. Was there a particular piece of news that you enjoyed the most? If so, definitely love to hear from you. And if you got a good piece of news, please reach out to me at dale@selfpublishingwithdale.com. If I don't respond to you, please understand it's no offense. I get a lot of things coming in, but if you've got a news piece that you would like to submit, I will give you a shout out inside the broadcast. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll catch you in next week's broadcast. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Special shout out to my channel members for both the podcast channel and the main channel. Without your support, some projects we do at Self-Publishing with Dale would be much harder to fund. If you want to contribute to the cause, visit dalelinks.com/memberships for details and get your on-screen shout out at the end of each broadcast. Till later, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I'll see you soon.